CCR questions, CCR 3. How have my skills developed throughout the project? Basic and advanced skills. There are a vast number of basic skills that I've developed over the course of this year, such as in photography. I'm more aware of how colour and lighting can play into a picture in order to manipulate the people seeing it to think what you want them to. Besides that, my knowledge of camera shots and angles have also developed, as I now know that all the different camera shots have different meanings, like the fact low angles are used to convey the illusion that the model is far more powerful than the viewer, whereas high angles are used to show that the model appears more helpless or inferior than the spectator. Not only that, but I've also learned that eye-level angles are utilized to create a sense of equality between the model and the viewer, and that trembling or tilting the camera expresses the model's thoughts and can mean they're intoxicated, dizzy, or having a mental breakdown, etc. I've also gained some more advanced skills from Photoshop, such as cropping and editing images, which can be done using the wand and also the rubber tool, which is known as an eraser in Photoshop. I've also learned how to move things around and also do a false background, which is when the masthead is behind the model's head. This skill is done through duplicating the original picture of the model, then rubbing out what you do not want to cover the masthead, so essentially outlining the top quarter of the model's head. I also was taught how to create basic shapes in my products and also learned how to use brushes, etc. And I also used layout guides in order to make sure all my work was lined up and perfect. Additionally, I developed some basic skills from Publisher. I utilized Publisher in order to write my written article, as Photoshop consists of bitmap pixels which cause the writing to go blurry and fuzzy, whereas Publisher text uses vector lines and curves so they don't look grainy and pixelated when small. I also learned how to place a drop cap and how to choose which one is the best fit for my style of magazine. There are also more skills that I used in Photoshop, such as cloning in order to sort out spots and hair in some of the photographs that I used. Besides that, I was taught how to use brushes, however I didn't use them in my final product as I didn't feel as though they were actually needed. Furthermore, I also learned how to download fonts off of defont.com and how to place it onto Photoshop for later use.